Good morning, class 11th students. Today we will cover two topics: merits or advantages of partnership and demerits or disadvantages of partnership. Okay, as far as merits of partnership is concerned, merits of partnership comes with six main points which we have to discuss today. One is the formation, then is the risk sharing, okay, secrecy of the business, flexibility of operations or activities, more scope for expansion and larger financial resources. Okay, so we will discuss one by one each and every point. Number one is the formation. As far as formation is concerned, it is very easy to form a partnership firm, as no legal formalities are required to be completed. We have discussed this thing in the previous session that Indian Partnership Act 1932 gives the flexibility of registration, or with this clause that it is not compulsory. Okay, so it is very easy to form a partnership firm as no legal formalities are required to be completed. Even registration of partnership firm is not compulsory according to Partnership Act, right? So this is what is the merit. Okay, as far as risk sharing is concerned, risk, as you know, that partners means more than one person, two or more, up till 10 in banking business, 50 to 100, not more than 100 in other forms of business. Okay, so risk is shared among all the partners as per the deed, partnership deed or agreement, or equally, right? So in sole proprietorship, you have seen that in sole proprietorship type of firm, only one person has to bear the risk, okay, of the business, whereas in partnership firm, all the partners share the risk in the same ratio as they share the profit. Okay, so in the ratio in which they are sharing the profit, in the same ratio they will have to share the risk or the losses of the business, if any. Okay, so the sharing of risk motivates partners to undertake riskier projects and earn more profit. Okay, if there will be profit, that will be divided among all the partners in the decided ratio, okay, as per the partnership deed. But if it is not decided, then equally they will divide the share of profit. And as same in the case of loss, if there will be loss, then the partners will share the loss in the same ratio as prescribed in the deed, or as equal if there is no deed, right? So risk sharing, that means partners will mutually share the risk or the loss of the business. Okay, if we talk about larger financial resources, okay, I'm discussing this last point, larger financial resources, as comparison to the sole proprietorship type of business, where only one person have to employ his personal savings to run the business, to start the business and to run the business, okay, or his personal borrowings, right? But in case of partnership, in partnership firm, all the partners contribute some amount, okay, of the capital, right? So as a result, the financial resources of partnership firm are larger than the sole proprietorship firm or joint Hindu family, right? We have discussed these two forms of business organization prior to the partnership firm. Okay, so I am repeating, in partnership firm, all the partners contribute some amount of capital. Okay, so because of which the financial resources of partnership firms are larger in comparison to sole proprietorship type of business or joint Hindu family business, right? So formation easy, no legal formalities, registration optional, right? Risk sharing, risk or loss of business is shared among the partners in the profit and loss sharing ratio as prescribed in the deed or equally, right? Larger financial resources, partnership firms have large financial resources in comparison to sole proprietorship or joint Hindu family business. All partners contribute in the capital. Okay, so please write down these key points. I think these are visible to you. Yes, okay, please note it down so that we can discuss 3 more points. Okay, not only the formation of the partnership firm is easy, no legal formalities are involved. Okay, Partnership Act, Indian Partnership Act 1932 gives permission or doesn't impose any kind of restriction or compulsion on registration. It is optional. Okay, risk sharing is there. 2 or more people used to form a partnership firm. They used to share the risk of the business, the profits of the business, the loss of the business. Okay, in the agreed ratio as per the partnership deed or equally, right? So, and they have large financial resources in comparison to sole proprietorship and joint Hindu family, right? If we talk about the work of the organization, they used to divide the work, okay, among themselves. So in partnership, the partners can divide the work according to their skills and knowledge, experience. Okay, so the work of the organization is divided among different individuals, that means the partners of the firm, so that they can have the benefits of specialization and can get efficiency in managing the organization or other activities of the firm. Okay, this also motivate them. Okay, if you talk about partnership firm, in partnership firm all the partners get share in profit, so all are motivated to work more to increase the profit so that they can increase their earnings also. Okay, there is direct relationship between the efforts and the rewards. More will be the efforts, more will be the rewards. Okay, you know this thing. So every partner is motivated to work hard and increase their earning. Okay, they work as a group. Okay, all are owners, all are equal owners of the business irrespective of their capital contribution, right? If we talk about this third point, secrecy. Okay, in sole proprietorship you have seen that a single person is handling, owned and managed by a single person, that kind of business. Okay, so secrecy can be maintained, but you can think regarding the partnership type of business. there may be a chance of leakage of information. It is, but it is very less. Okay, so the partnership firm is not required to publish its accounts. Okay, whatsoever the accounts they are publishing, as the registration is not compulsory, they are not bound to publish the accounts in the newspapers or magazines, business magazines, so that others will not be able to know the financial condition of the business. Okay, so the partnership firm is not required to publish its accounts. Therefore, the activities, the affairs of the partnership firm remains secret. Okay, on if you compare other activities of partnership firm, okay, which they have to carry out or partners used to carry out, okay, only they take all the major decisions, okay, together. So there are no chances of leakage of trade secret, because whatsoever the key decisions or the main decisions of the business they are talking about or they decide upon, okay, these major decisions are between them only, whether these are two people or 50 to 100. Okay, so they belong to a same group, so there will be no chance of leakage of trade secret. Okay, fine. So there is complete secrecy, okay, less chance of leakage of secrets or confidential information. Okay, so this is what is about this particular point. Now if we talk about flexibility of operation, we discussed, okay, that they divide the work equally or as per their skills and knowledge, experience. Okay, flexibility you can discuss in case of government intervention. So partnership firm can make changes in their size, capital, okay, or their activities, okay, without the permission, without taking permission from the government, okay, because they are not bound to follow the rules of the government as far as their business is concerned, okay, to increase the size in comparison to company, okay, joint stock company. So the partners can take decisions in the firm according to the changes taking place in the environment, business environment. Okay, whenever it is necessary, they take the decisions to increase the size, okay, or to increase the capital or to withdraw the capital, okay, of the firm. So there is complete flexibility, of operations, no government permission is required, right? So these are the 2 points I want you to please note down. These key points: less chance of leakage of secrets and information. Okay, flexibility of operation is complete. Okay, complete flexibility, no government permission or intervention is required. Okay, please note down. Okay, now more scope for expansion. That means whether in the case if the partners want to expand the business, grow the business. Okay, so how this point is compared with the previous two forms of business organization, that means sole proprietorship and joint Hindu family. Okay, so if you compare sole proprietorship firm, there is more scope for growth and expansion of firm in partnership firm. You will find that partnership firm can be grown, can be expanded in large size in comparison to sole proprietorship, because many partners are there. Okay, suppose two partners have started the business. If they want to expand the business, grow the business, they can have more capital by themselves. Okay, otherwise they can have the option to in addition to two partners, they can add one more person or two more person up till 50 or 100. Okay, as per the type of business. If it is banking business, they can increase the number of partners till 10, they will also contribute. Okay, if it is non-banking business, then 50 to 100, right? So more people, more capital will be there, more chances for expansion and growth. Okay, fine. Then the partners can arrange larger funds from their own wealth also, as well as from their borrowings. Okay, more will be the partners, more will be the borrowings or the wealth of them. On the other hand, if you compare the managerial skills, okay, of partnership type of firm, so the managerial skills of partnership firms of more persons also help in expansion and increasing the efficiency of the business. Okay, so more chances of growth and expansion you can summarize with, right? So there are more chances because people are more, they can have more wealth, they can have their more borrowings. Okay, their managerial skills will be more. So in this way you can compare the partnership type of business is having more merit, okay, more advantages in comparison to sole proprietorship type of business or joint Hindu family type of business, right? Please note down all these key points so that you can have your own notes, okay, your own understanding for the later writing of the concept, right? Then we will discuss the demerits or disadvantages of partnership firm, right? Please note down. Right? Now we will discuss the demerits or disadvantages of partnership firm. Fine. So there are 6 limitations or disadvantages of partnership firms. Number 1, unlimited liability. Second, transferability. Then conflicts, uncertainty, risk for secrecy. You can write risk also. Okay. Then lack of public confidence. Okay. One by one we will discuss all these 6 points. Okay. As far as liability is concerned, okay, we had discussed this in the previous session also, that the liability of all the partners is unlimited. Okay, that means in case of losses, the partners will not only lose their business property, but creditors can claim over their personal property also to get their accounts settled. Okay, unlimited liability clause says that if the business assets are coming short, falling short, then personal assets of the owners can be used. Okay, so the same clause applies to partnership firm also, whether they have signed the deed or not. Okay, whether they have registered their firm or not, the liability of all the partners is unlimited. That means they will have to pay the creditors from their personal property also if the firm's assets are falling short in repayment of outside liabilities or debts, right? So this is one of the demerit, okay, that the partners are having unlimited liability. Okay, if we talk about transferability of share means ownership, transferability of ownership, right of ownership. Okay, so there is non-transferability clause of shares. Okay, that means a partner cannot be able to transfer his ownership to others. Okay, that means the partners are not permitted at all to transfer their share to any other person. That means they cannot transfer the ownership to other persons. But if a particular partner is willing to do so, wants to transfer the ownership to others, okay, so then he has to take the consent of all the partners. Okay, it will be a joint decision of all the partners of the firm. Okay, so this may be difficult and complicated. Okay, that is why there is non-transferability of share. But there is a clause, if they wish to, then they have to take the consent or permission from all the partners of the firm, that I want to transfer my ownership to someone else, to you people also. He can do, the remaining partners, or in that case he can transfer his share with the consent, but with the consent of the other partners. This process can be difficult, can be complicated, right? Accounting treatment, what is the accounting treatment? You will come to know in class 12th. Okay, but for theoretical part or for the technical part, transferability of shares is not permitted. Not permitted. Okay, with a condition. What is the condition? Consent of all the partners should be in the favor of transferability. Okay, unlimited liability, that means all partners. Okay, for all partners. All partners are unlimitedly liable to pay the debts. Okay, if we talk about conflicts, okay, any misunderstanding in the course of business, okay, the partners in partnership firm come from different backgrounds, right? Different families, okay, different capital contribution they make, okay, they are having their different opinions also. So this is the reason that they are from different backgrounds, their perception, their thinking, their experience, their knowledge is different, they are from different families. Okay, okay, so that means therefore they may have difference of opinions. Okay, their thinking, their wish about a particular thing, a perception, their perception or opinion about a particular thing may be different, okay, at a particular time. So if partners adopt a rigid attitude, okay, fixed attitude, then it may lead to conflict among the partners. Okay, so partnership is having this particular demerit, which is very common, that partners used to fight or the partnership firm used to dissolve because of this particular reason, that their opinions are not matching with one another. Okay, so there are chances of conflict among the partners. Okay, rigid attitude, you can write rigid attitude of partners can lead to conflict, right? Then we'll talk about uncertainty. What type of uncertainty? Okay, uncertainty of, we are not talking about uncertainty of profit or loss. Okay, here we are talking about uncertainty of continuity of the business. Okay, talking about continuity of the business, certainty and uncertainty regarding the continuation of the business. Okay, there are many chances. There are many chances where the firm have to be dissolved. That means they have to close down their partnership business operations. What may be the reasons? Okay, let me discuss. So the existence of partnership firm gets affected by the death, okay, or insolvency, bankruptcy, okay, insolvency, okay, or any incapacity, imprisonment on personal grounds of a particular partner, okay, or any other reason can be the can become the possibility of incapability of a partner to continue with the business. Okay, so the existence of partnership firm gets affected by the death, insolvency, or incapacity of any one partner. Even a partner can demand dissolution also of the firm anytime he desires so. Suppose there are 4 partners A, B, C, D. Okay, they are in a partnership form. They are working since last 4 years. Okay, now a particular partner, say Mr. C. Okay, Mr. C wants to withdraw his share from the firm. Okay, he don't want to continue with other 3 partners in the same firm. So what will happen? He can demand to dissolve the partnership firm. Okay, or he wants to withdraw the capital, his contributed capital from the firm. So in that case, the whole partnership firm will be dissolved. Okay, this can also be understood. They will continue the same partnership firm. Okay, but now after leaving Mr. C, only A, B and D are left. So they can continue, but with this with other deed. Okay, new deed, new partnership agreement between A, B and D. Okay, or with the different capital contribution or activity. Okay, they can have their own business or that business again on track, but without C. Okay, so this can dissolve the firm. Okay, so death, insolvency means bankruptcy, or demand for dissolution. Can affect the continuity of the business, right? I want you to please write down these 4 points, then we will discuss the risk for secrecy and lack of public confidence in continuation with the 4 points, right? Okay, now we will talk about risk for secrecy. As you know that the partnership firm is a business which is based on mutual trust of the partners on each other. Okay, and second thing, they all are owners. That means principal of the business, main person of the business, each and every one individually, and they are the agent of each other and the firm also. Okay, so the contract signed by any one partner is binding on other partners due to principle of mutual agency, right? So a dishonest partner maybe, okay, so a dishonest partner may enter into contract for personal benefits. So in that case, all the partners will have to suffer the loss of that particular deal, right? So there may be a chance of secrecy, that or dishonesty of a partner can be a loss for every partner, right? This is the demerit of partnership firm, right? Now we will discuss the last point of demerit of partnership firm: lack of public confidence. Why public is not having confidence on partnership type of businesses? The very first reason is that they are not bound to publish their accounts. Okay, government is not bounding them to publish the accounts. Public is not having awareness about their activities, type of activities, type of contribution, type of relations between the partners. Okay, because they had made all these things secret within them, among them, right? So public is not having confidence on their activities, as they have full confidence over sole proprietorship type of business or cooperative type of business, cooperative society type of business, or joint stock company type of business. Okay, so the public has less trust, okay, and faith in partnership form. Okay, so the reason is because the accounts and annual reports of partnership firms are not published. Okay, so people do not have trust in their dealings. What they are dealing with the market, with the customers, whether they are trustworthy dealings or not, they are doing faithful activities with the customer or not, or they are doing all the activities for mutual or personal gain only. Okay, so this is one of the very big demerit of partnership firm, that lack of public confidence, as number one, they do not publish their firm's accounts or annual report. So that is why public have less trust and faith on partnership forms. Right? Please note down very carefully. Right? This is the end of this topic. Merits, advantages of partnership form, and demerits or disadvantages or limitations of partnership form. Okay, I hope you understood the whole topic. Otherwise also, I always recommend you to please listen this session again, rewind the whole session, listen it again carefully. Some more points will get their clarity in your mind. Okay, make your notes, make your understanding more clear. Okay, keep learning, keep revising. Right, do discuss with me if you are having any query regarding the topics. Fine, we will be in touch. Right, so be safe at your home. Thank you and goodbye.